Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. But it will be in English with belief. So please guys, share my videos and please help me to share my videos and subscribe to my channel. So the last lesson I did was intersezione incrocio a raso and intersezione incrocio a livello sfasati. So today now we'll be doing lesson on autostrada. We have already done lesson on autostrada. So today autostrada is the highway that have the green signal. So we have already done lesson on autostrada. So today let's take this question and answer on the autostrada before we move to our lesson of today. So our first question: l'uscita del veicolo dell'autostrada avviene tramite cusia di accelerazione. So this first question is saying exit of the vehicle from the highway, we must use the deceleration lane to exit the highway, and it's true. So number 2, le macchine agricole non possono circolare in autostrada. So this number 2 question says the agricultural machine is not possible to circulate in autostrada, and it's true. Number 3, nelle autostrada possono circolare i ciclomotori e motocicli con cilindrata fino a 125 cm3. No, it's false. So this number 3 question is saying in autostrada it is possible to circulate small motorbike and big motorbike that their cylinder is up to 125. No, it's false, because the cylinder, if the motorbike, they can only circulate when the cylinder is up to 150 cm3, not 125. So number 4, autostrada è carreggiata indipendente o separata da spazio traffico. Yes, it's true. So the highway that they call autostrada, it has independent carreggiata, and it is separated by spazio traffico, and it's true. Number 5, nell'autostrada possono circolare tutti i motocicli e i ciclomotori. No, it's false. The highway is not possible to circulate all the motorbike. No, it's false. Only the one that has the cylinder up to 150 cm3 can circulate. So number 6, autostrada non ha incrocio a raso che attraversano. So the highway does not have junction that cross them, and it's true. Number 7, non tutti i tipi di veicoli possono circolare in autostrada. Yes, it's very, very true. Not all the types of vehicles can circulate on autostrada, and it's true. Nelle autostrada possono circolare tutti i tipi di motocicli. No, it's false. Not all the types of the big motorbike can circulate in autostrada, because their cylinder, the ones that can circulate in autostrada, must have the cylinder up to 150 cm3, not all. It's false. Number 9, l'autostrada deve essere lateralmente recintata. Yes, it's very, very true. The highway they call autostrada must be fenced by the side. Lateralmente recintata, it must be fenced by the side. Number 10, i motocicli con cilindrata di almeno 150 cm3 possono circolare in autostrada. Yes, it's very, very true. So big motorbike with the cylinder at least 150 cm3 can circulate in autostrada, and it's very, very true. Yes, it's true. Very, very true. Number 11, nell'autostrada possono circolare solo le autovetture. No. You say this number 11 question say in the highway only the normal cars, the small cars can circulate in the highway. No, it's false. Every other cars can circulate. Number 12, nell'autostrada possono circolare solo gli autoveicoli. So this number 12 question say in the highway only the auto vehicles can circulate in autostrada. No, not only auto veicoli. Motorbikes as well can circulate. No, it's false. Number 13, l'autostrada è dotata di speciali così per l'ingresso e l'uscita del veicolo. Yes, It's very, very true. So the highway is equipped with special lanes that we can use to enter, and special lanes that we can see that the vehicles can use to enter and the vehicles can still use to exit. So when they say dotato di speciali così per l'ingresso, so a special lane to enter, they are referring to the acceleration lane. L'uscita del veicolo, and they are referring to the exit lane as well, the deaccelerazione. So it's true. So number 14. Le autostrada può comprendere pista ciclabile. No, it's false. So the highway, they said the highway can take the bicycle lane, the lane they reserve for the bicycles. No, bicycle cannot circulate in autostrada. So let's correct it and see. So everything is clear. Everything is clear. So everything is clear. So please, guys, if you are watching, try to take your time and watch the video. And if it's too fast, you can always rewind and then start again. So let me go to the lesson. Definition: la strada extraurbana principale. So the second highway they call strada extraurbana principale. So it's our lesson. So let me just go there, please, without no wasting of time. So let me go there. The second highway, strada extraurbana principale. So let me go there. No, not this one. Bless me. Sorry. No, not this. It's not this one. Strada extraurbana principale. So this one is the strada extraurbana principale that has this very signal. So this one is the strada extraurbana principale that have this very signal. So as you can see, the signal, the inner color is blue, while you can see the first signal by the right, the one that is with the red circle, the first one is this signal for forbidden sign. So this first signal that carry the first bike with the fino a 249 with the two finish at 249 is this power bikes that have the cylinder up to 249 centimeter cannot circulate, rather the ones that have 250. Why the big motorbike that have the cylinder up to 149 cannot circulate, rather they must have 150 centimeter, at least 150 before they can circulate. Then see the third signal. The third signal is bicycle cannot circulate. Why the bicycle, the first one cannot circulate, pedestrians, the second one cannot circulate, then vehicles that animals are towing cannot circulate in auto, and this very strada extraurbana principale. Then no stop means there's no lift, you cannot give lift in the highway. So let's enter the lesson. So strada extraurbana principale è una strada accreditata separata. So this very strada extraurbana principale is a road that has the carriageways separated. As you can see, there are two separate carriageways here, always two separate carriageways. That's spartitraffico, and this middle thing they used to separate this very road into carriageway, it is called spartitraffico, this middle thing. Con almeno due così per ogni senso di marcia, with at least each of this carreggiata with at least 2 lanes with every directional movement of this very carreggiata, with every travel a lane it must have 2 lanes. As you can see, the carreggiata, they have two lanes, at least 2 lanes. Prive the incrocio Arazo. So this very strada urbana principale, they are without a low junction that cross them. Prive the incrocio Arazo, they are without low junction. E dotate di così di acceleration. So it is equipped with the acceleration lane. E di deceleration. So it is also equipped with the deceleration lane. E riservata solo ad alcune categorie di veicoli. So it is reserved for only some types of categories of vehicles. Ed è segnalata da apposito segnale di colore blu. So it has an appropriate signal with the color inner color blue. As you can see, the color is blue inside. Che ne indica l'inizio e la fine. So it has the color blue, just as we are seeing this very one. So if you see this very signal like this, it means this one is the starting. L'inizio, the starting of this very strada urbana principale. E la fine. So the fine now, you will see the signal. They will cross it with a red bar. A red bar. They will use a red bar to cross this very signal you are seeing. So when they cross this very signal with a red bar, that means it is the end, la fine, the end of it. Then devono avere apposito piazzola di sosta. So this very highway, they must have a parking spot, a resting spot. So let me see if I can find the resting spot, please. Just give me 1 second. A resting spot. So they must have a resting spot. So they must have a resting spot. So as you can see, this very signal, as you can see, look at this place. Look at the signal here. It's blue. Look at the signal. Let me increase the light small. Look at the signal here. It's blue, which is strada urbana principale. So this place, this man is standing here under this very signal, is where we call the Piazzola di Sosta, is the resting spot. It's not part of the carreggiata. It's outside the carreggiata. Look at the carreggiata here. So it has 2 lanes. So this place, this very place now, is what this very signal you are seeing now. This very signal is the Piazzola di Sosta on the strada urbana principale. So let's go back. So devono avere apposito piazzola di sosta. So they must have an appropriate resting area, the one I just show you guys now. Generare il limite di velocità su strada urbana principale è di 110 km/h. So in general, by law, the maximum speed limit on this very strada urbana principale is 110 km/h. 110. So I just done with the lesson. So in other words, this very signal that shows blue, if you see this very signal like this, you just know that this one is strada urbana principale, that has this blue in the inner color, and it has always the road. It has always separated carriageways, and the thing they use to separate the road into carriageways is partitraffico, this middle thing. So, and they are still equipped with the così di accelerazione to enter and così di deaccelerazione to exit as well. Then not all the types of categories of vehicles can circulate in this very strada urbana principale. So, and it has blue signal, and the inner color is blue. So, and it has also the fine, the ending of it. It has a red crossbar to cross the signal. So that is the fine, the end of it. So devono avere apposito piazzola di sosta. So they must have an appropriate resting area. So this very one, they must have an appropriate resting area. This very one you are seeing, this very picture you are seeing here is the resting area. It's part of the road of this highway they call strada urbana principale, but it's not part of the carriageway. This very piazzola di sosta is the resting area. So let's go back. Then generare il limite di velocità su strada urbana principale è di 110 km/h. So in general, by law, the maximum speed limit in this very strada urbana principale is 110 km/h by law. So let's go and take some question and answer and see how our understanding is. So let's go and take some question and answer. So let's take some question and answer. Strada extraurbana principale here. We are here already. We are here. So, la strada extraurbana principale. So, le strada extraurbana principale devono essere dotate di pannelli a massaggio variabile. So, this very panel variabile, please let me show you guys something, please. Please pardon me because it's not in the lesson, but let me just show you guys. Panel variabile. No, it's not here. So, as you can see, this very picture, this very thing you are seeing here, this very light, this one is not too clear. Okay, this one is clear. So this very light you are seeing now, this very one you are seeing is panel variabile and massaggio. These very panels, this very panel that show this very written here. So it's not compulsory that the strada extraurbana must have it. It's not compulsory, but it's not in the lesson, but in addition to the lesson. So this panel variabile and massaggio is not compulsory that the strada extraurbana principale must have it. It can have, it cannot still have. So it's not compulsory. So let's go back to the question again. So let's go back to the question again. So I just want to do everything so that everybody will get the understanding before we can move ahead. So let me go there again. Sorry. So our first question here. La strada extraurbana principale hanno una sola cusia per ogni senso di marcia. So this very number one question said the strada extraurbana principale, this highway have only one travel lane. Only one travel lane. Only one. No, it's false. It has two travel lane in every of the carreggiata, two or more, not only one. Solo cusia per ogni senso di marcia. No. It has two travel lane or more, not solo cusia. Una solo cusia. No. It must has due o più cusia per ogni senso di marcia. So two travel lane or more. So number 2. Sulle strade extraurbana principali è consentito circolare alla velocità massimo di 130 km/h. So this very number 2 question is saying on the strade extraurbana principali it is allowed to circulate for the vehicles to circulate at least the maximum speed 130 km/h. No, it's false. Rather 110 km/h. So number 3. Le strade extraurbana principali devono essere dotate di pannelli a massaggio variabili. So the panels I just show you guys now. The panel I just show you guys now on the highway, that panel that shows lights, that shows written, it's not when they say devono essere dotati di pannelli a massaggio variabile. No, it's not devono, it's not compulsory. It's not compulsory. It's not compulsory. When they say devono, it must. No, it's false. It can have, it cannot have. So it's not compulsory. It's rather optional. It can have, it cannot still have. So it's not devono. When they say devono, la strada extraurbana principale devono. No, because of devono is false because it's not compulsory. So number 4, la strada extraurbana principale sono dotati di apposito area di sosta. Yes, it's very, very true. The piazzola di sosta, the one that has the parking, the resting spot, the one I showed you guys, where that man is standing under that signal that has the blue signal. That place is the piazzola di sosta, the resting spot. So you can as well as rewind the video and go and check the piazzola di sosta as well. You can rewind the video and check. So number 5, la strada extraurbana principale non ha incrocio a raso che attraversano. Yes, very, very true. So the strada extraurbana principale, this highway does not have any junction, a low junction that cross them. Yes, it's true. It's true. Number 6, sulle strade extraurbana principali è consentito circolare alla stessa velocità massimo prevista per la autostrada. So this very number 6 question is saying on the strada extraurbana principale it is allowed to circulate on the same maximum velocity that is imposed on autostrada. No, in autostrada, no. Autostrada, the maximum velocity in autostrada is 130 km/h. Why this highway they call strada extraurbana principale, its maximum velocity is 110 km/h. So this one is false. Number 7, le strade extraurbana principali sono provvisti di cusia di accelerazione per l'ingresso. So this question is saying the strada extraurbana principali they have a length of as a lane they used to enter into the highway. This very highway they call Strada Urbana Principale. So, and when you hear the word sonoprovisti, they are with a lane. They are equipped with a lane that called acceleration lane per l'ingresso to enter into them. Yes, it's true. Very, very true. Nelle strade urbane principali si possono trovare intersezioni incrocio a livello sfasati. Yes, it's very, very true. It's the highway. Only the highways have this very intersezione incrocio a livello sfasati, junction of different level. Yes, it's very true. So number 9, le strade extraurbane principali possono essere ad un'unica carreggiata. No, it's false. So this very highway, they call Strada Urbana Principale, they can have only one carreggiata. No, it's either 2 carreggiata or more. Either 2 carreggiata or more. When you hear the word possono essere ad un'unica carreggiata, un'unica, it means only one carreggiata. No, it's false. You can have 2 or more. So you can as well as rewind the lesson, rewind it, you will see everything. So, nelle strade extraurbane principali possono circolare solo alcune categorie di veicoli a motore. Yes, it's very, very true. So, this very strade extraurbane principali, it is possible for only some categories of vehicles that has some vehicles that has an engine to circulate on this highway, and it's true. Not all the vehicles that have engine can circulate on the highway. So, only some category. Number 11. Sulle strade urbane principali i ciclomotori possono transitare. No, it's false. So we do the lesson on this very motorbike, the big motorbike and the small motorbike. We have not get there. When we get there, I will explain how they work and how their velocity is and their cylinder as well. So don't bother. So when they said on this very strada urbana principale, ciclomotori, which is the small motorbike, can transit on this very highway. No, it's false because of their cylinder. Their cylinder is very, very small. And you know that only the motorbike with their cylinder up to 150 can circulate in the highway. That calls Strada Urbana Principale. Why the ciclomotor, this small motorbike, the cylinder is up to only 50 centimeter cube. So it cannot go. It cannot go. So number 12. So when we get to that classification of vehicles that shows that still talk about the motorbike, then I will explain more better about the bikes, how they are. So don't bother. When we get there, we cross that bridge, okay? Don't bother. Number 12. Sulle strade urbane principali i quadricicli leggeri possono transitare. No, it's false. So on the strade urbane, this very highway, the strade urbane principali, it is possible to transit the small Okada. Quadricicli leggeri, they are also classified as ciclomotori. They are also classified as small motorbikes. So when we get to this lesson, I will explain everything. So because of their cylinder is very, very small. It's up to 15 centimeters, so they cannot go. So it's false. So when we get to, don't bother, when we get to this lesson, all these names of all these bikes, we will do lesson on them. So don't bother. So number 13, le strade urbane principali sono contraddistinti da segnaletica verde. So this very question is saying this very highway, the Strada Urbana Principale, they have a signal that has the inner color green. No, it's false. The inner color is blue, not green. So number 14, le strade extraurbane principali sono a carreggiata separate. Yes, it's very true. So this highway, the Strada Urbana Principale, they have separate carriageways. Yes, it's true. Number 15, le strade extraurbane principali sono segnalate da cartelli stradali di inizio e fine. Yes, it's very, very true. So they can have a route. This very Strada Urbana Principale, it can have a route signal that shows the starting of it and the ending of it. So the starting of it you will see the first blue signal, while the ending of it will have the cross red bar on it. So our last question. Nelle strade extraurbane principali non vi sono curve né dorsi. So this last question is saying on this very highway called Strada Urbana Principale, they don't have curves on the hub, or rather curves on the roads. No, it's false. The road might have curve or hub. So it's not possible that maybe the hub might not have curve. No. The road, it might have curve on the hub. So it's not true. It's false. So let's correct it and see. So everything is very, very clear. Everything is very, very clear. So please, guys, you can try, be watching, rewind, be watching, rewind, be watching. So try to understand before you continue, okay? Try to understand before you continue. So let me see, check if there is another, question on this very Strada Silvana principally. So let me check again. So our next lesson will be Isola the Traffic or the traffic island. So when we meet again, we will do lesson on Isola the Traffic. So see you guys on the next lesson. Bye.